Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. As a psychotherapist, our next guest works to empower people and help them transform their lives. But before she could put others on the right path, she had to deal with some demons of her own. She has put her remarkable life story in the new book, The Divine Traumedy of Nicki Joy, a true grime tale. We welcome Dr. Nicki Monti. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You have lived a really fascinating life. I'm curious as to what made you decide to put this all into a book to share, because there's lots of vulnerable things that I think people could benefit from reading your story.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was vulnerable, and I've written some kind of regular self-help or help yourself books that give a lot of tricks and treats, but this was something that I felt called to do. I started writing it while my husband of 33 and a half years was dying, and it was a very intense time. He began getting sick right before COVID and then through COVID. So, the world was kind of upside down altogether anyway. And a lot of things were changing for me, and a lot of things were changing, I think, for the collective at that point. And so it just felt timely. I always have taught through personal experience, I've always taught through story. And I just think it's important to walk the talk. And I sure do this in this book. You said fascinating, and that's one word for it. Dreadful is another word for it.
All kinds of
Yeah.
stories, but it's so inspiring how you've come out on this side of it and want to help other people. And I think something that people can relate to is different versions of grief and trauma and things that we all have to overcome. Do you have advice that you share in terms of not getting stuck in those patterns and focusing on old stories?
Yeah. Well, that's actually the basis of all the work I do is, how we get stuck in these old stories and we commit to those stories. We commit to I'm not lovable, or I'll never be successful, or I'm not enough, or whatever our thing is, and we commit to that, and then we create a life that follows that commitment. So if I believe I'm destined to be abandoned, I'll find people to abandon me. It's not hard to do, right? But so how do we not get stuck in the old stories is first to understand how we are stuck, to understand our early patterns and the stories we've been telling ourselves about our capacities and our incapacities. We can start by listening to the things we repeat over and over again to others, but also just in our own head. How many times a day do we say, "Oh, I can't, I just can't do that," or "Oh, that's too scary," or "Oh, it's too late. I'm just who I am, and it is what it is, and so what?" So to check ourselves out and listen to ourselves, listen to what we say out loud over and over again, repetitiously, and what we say to ourselves, and that'll begin to give us a hint. And then we want to ask ourselves, when did this idea of me start? I mean, was I 3 or 5 or 10 or 12 or 20? When did this idea of me begin? And then we start to get hints about it. And the bottom line is, how honest can we be with ourselves about how we have contributed and are always contributing to the life we are creating and have created?
Right, and then talking about the things that we don't want to talk about, right? Sometimes you just have to go there to get to the root of it, even if it does seem really scary.
Absolutely. I cannot tell you how many times people will come into individual or couples work or group work with me, and they have these things they say are terrible secrets, like terrible secrets. And I'm always interested in it. My inside voice goes, I can't wait to hear a secret I've never heard, but okay. And then, because, it's not that much of a thing. But we begin by talking about what will happen if we talk about this secret. So we don't tell the secret first, right? What will happen? What do you think will happen? Oh, everybody will judge me. Nobody will like me anymore. I'll be ostracized. Well, these are things we already do to ourselves, right? So everything we think is going to be done to us, we're already doing better. By the way, we're we're taking ourselves out of the loop and out of the party much sooner than other people are throwing us out. But anyway, so we want to stay current with what's going on inside of us and to tell the truth. about that. And that's always my platform. Take responsibility and tell the truth. It's not a popular way to go, but it's so freeing. So these secrets that we're keeping, believe it or not, they're not so terrible. I mean, I really do say, so have you killed somebody? Because this would be a new one for me.
Right. I
No,
mean, 9 times out of 10, it's ourselves that's our own worst critic, right?
absolutely ourselves. And also that's why we project onto other people. We're the projector and the world is the screen. So we project onto other people that they're going to think about us the way we think about us. But actually we're harder than other people are on us. And the secrets are the I'm I'll tell you, I'm never surprised about the secret, but I'm surprised about how dearly the people keep these secrets that are so benign from my
Right.
point of view. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think a lot of us can relate to that when you kind of start to think about it. It's not all that serious a lot of the time. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. It was so great chatting with you.
Well, thank you. So you don't want to end with a secret of your own? Is that what I'm
Oh
hearing
my
here?
gosh. Next time, Dr. Nikki.
Okay. I'm
Thank
going to
you
hold you
so
to
much.
that here.
Okay. The book again is The Divine Traumedy of Nicki Joy. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com.